Hi, I'm Lisa Montgomery, CEO of Resi Home Loans. Being a first home buyer can be exciting, daunting, fun and challenging all at the same time. The steps to buying your first home aren't difficult, but to make sure you buy the right home for you and secure the best home loan for your needs, you need to know your stuff. This video will help, so let's get started. Firstly, why do it? Well, paying off your first home is the beginning of your journey to wealth creation, a nest egg for your retirement, and it makes sense. Now, before we start, there's a load of information you need as a first home buyer, too much to fit on this short video. So ensure you ask for your copy of the First Home Buyer Navigator, your complete guide to buying your first home. In this video, we'll be covering 3 key areas: things to consider before you buy, organising your finances, and finding the right first home loan for you. Now, buying property is a big step, so be sure to get your finances in order before going ahead. Making a budget and sticking to it is a surefire way to save for a deposit. Ideally, you should try to save 20% deposit of a property's value to avoid those extra costs. But this simply isn't realistic for many first home buyers, and many lenders will approve loans with a much smaller deposit. It's important to define the purpose of your purchase and your longer term goals. Do you want to buy a home to settle in over the long term? Is this a purchase you hope will grow in value so you can sell it and buy again? Do you want to live in the property and then rent it out as an investment? Your priorities will be different if you're buying an investment property than if you're buying a home in which you want to raise a family. And you should seek advice from an accountant before you set out. Organising your finances. Well, it can be tempting to borrow too much when you've fallen in love with that perfect house, especially if it costs more than what you were planning to pay. It's important to remember that putting too much strain on your finances is known to be a considerable stress factor in many relationships. You may have the perfect house, but at what cost? Be sure to build in some room to move for changing circumstances too. Interest rates can and usually do go up. Families can grow and incomes can change. Expecting the unexpected could mean the difference between keeping your home and having to sell it when things get too hard to meet those repayments. Remember, it's important to find a balance between interest rates and fees, and be sure to check your contract to see what the total cost of your loan really is. The First Homeowner Grant and the First Home Saver Account are schemes funded by the government to help first home buyers purchase their first home. Be sure to check out the government website on your screen now for more information and eligibility criteria. Getting your finances pre-approved means you can go ahead and bid at auction or make an offer on a private sale with the knowledge that you have the money to lock in the deal. To really get to know the features of your first home loan and whether it's right for you, discuss all those options with your lender. Some things you might like to ask are: what are the loans set up and ongoing costs? Is the interest rate competitive? Can I redraw any extra money I've paid onto the loan account? Can the lender add value to my short and long-term financial goals? For a full outline of the loan process and the full details on all the information provided on this video, get your copy of the First Home Buyer Navigator, your complete guide to buying your first home. So that's bye from me, and thanks for your time.